everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Saray from I Am Saray Bailey, and I am back with another haul. So I recently shared my Erin Condren back to school, but it is the Black Friday goodies that I received. Well, I got my second order from Black Friday, and I actually have another one on the way, I think, but who's keeping track anymore? And I also got my MakseLife order. Now, these are two separate orders, so I was waiting for both of them to be here. When I shared my review of the MakseLife planner, or at some point I shared that I wasn't going to be ordering another planner from MakseLife because they had generously sent me so many different planners to test and share my thoughts and my review with you guys. But I just could not resist these inserts, especially since I've been using my agenda, my A5 ring agenda. So I wanted to share this order with you. So it came with this card from the CEO, Sierra, who I love, and has built such a great system, such a great company, and just such a great community overall, that I was super excited when I had the opportunity to review the MakseLife system. So I ordered the inserts. So these are the A5 undated daily inserts. We'll go through the accessories in just a moment, but these is how they come. So they are undated quarterly inserts, and they come perfectly wrapped and secure. So I'm going to go ahead and put these away because, oh, there's another card in here that I didn't realize. I'm going to put these away because obviously they're a quarter at a time, and I'm probably only going to keep maybe like 1 month at a time in my ring agenda, because obviously these are pretty bulky just for 3 months. So each section, it's very much like the daily planner. So if you watch that video of the daily A5, it's essentially the same. I'm just going to share a little quick peek. It comes with this protective plastic, which is awesome. I'm thinking this could make like a great page lifter. I already have some page lifters from OK Plans, but those would make some great page lifters. So these, and I love that they're A5 and they're unpunched, so you can use them for a disc system, or you can use them for your A5 ring system, whatever you want to use it for. I've seen Ashley Gray from Gray's Plans. She took hers to, I think it was Office Max, and it cost her like $5 to coil. So they'll punch them and coil them for you. So that could be a little bit more of a cost-effective way to set these up if you want a coil style planner. But these are just awesome. And as you can see, the setup is pretty much the same. I won't go through everything here. I'll link that review video here so that you can see what all the sections are about. But of course, it includes that goal setting section and your monthly goals, your weekly actions. Each week, because it is daily, I believe it has like 5 sets of weekly actions. So, and then I'll just show you the extras. It comes with the same extras that the other one comes with, except that these are just not punched. Not punched. So it comes with a little pocket that you can punch yourself. Still the month labels, because the months don't have the names, and then a sticker sheet as well. I'll go ahead and put these aside for now, and I will also show you, I had a question around how did I rounded my corners on some of my inserts that I shared recently from my agenda setup video. So I will show you how I do that, because I'm going to add these to my agenda right now. Before we do that, I wanted to show you what else I got. This is the bullet washi tape. It comes with 3 rolls. It has the checklists, it has the hearts, and then it has the round checklist, and then the square checklist. So we'll test these out. And then this is the pen holder, as well as the magnetic bookmarks. So I love that they're really simple. And these is just like an extra sticker that Sierra and the Moxie team added to each order. So I've been like collecting them because I had like 3 separate orders. So I have Just Begin, Moxie, and the definition, and then this one that says worthy. also got an extra functional sticker book, which has all of the different stickers, different styles, but these are all functional in the Moxie goal setting system colorway, because I think I'm going to be using these quite a bit. So I grabbed a couple of my existing MakseLife planners so I can show you how the washi fits. I've been sort of playing around with this one on and off, and this is the horizontal planner, and then I also have the daily but in the coil version. But one of the things about the Moxie system is that all of the layouts, no matter what size, all of the lines and spacing is pretty much the same. So if you're in a daily planner or in a horizontal or vertical, everything will line up the same. So you can see here that example. Okay, and then the hearts, I think the hearts are like backwards. Not really backwards, but like they start from the bottom, so you'd have to start it from the bottom. I want to see if these line up the same. Yep, it all lines up beautifully. And then we'll do the circles. Where's my opening? All right, and there is the circles there as well. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so that you can see it a little bit better. Everything lines up. This is also writable tape, so you can write on it. However, it is recommended that you're using a ballpoint pen instead of a gel pen, because it's probably going to smear. And this is what it looks like on the daily layout. So you can see this is a much bigger book. This is the 7x9. This is the A5. And everything is proportionally the same. So the pen holder comes with adhesive. So it is an adhesive pen holder. However, it is permanent. So you want to be careful when you're placing it, and you want to be sure when you're placing it so that you're don't mess it up, because then obviously it'll be tough to get it either off or get it like a clean ad. And then these are the magnetic bookmarks. They're pretty thick, so I think that they hold a lot of pages. So unlike some of the bookmarks out there, they're kind of thin and the magnet is not very strong, but this one is pretty strong, and this is a pretty thick paper to start with. So there's quite a few sheets here that it can hold. So it looks really nice, really sleek, very nice design. It is hard to see. It does say just begin, and then here it says don't quit. Okay, so before I move on to my next order, I do want to add the MakseLife inserts to my A5 agenda. So I grabbed an extra cloth and paper divider. So originally I had placed an order for all of these dividers from cloth and paper, and it was my first time ordering with them, so I wasn't 100% sure on the quantity. So I made, by accident, I ordered like 6, but I didn't realize that 6, it wasn't individual dividers, it was like 6 sets of 4. So I have dividers for days, which I'm kind of glad that I did anyway, because now I could use some extra ones, but I definitely have extras that I don't even know what to do with. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut it here so that I can easily add it and remove it from my planner. And I strategically chose this one because it would be the first tab. So at the bottom, I have 4 tabs right here: calendar through meal plans. So then this one, when it lands, it'll be the very first one that I see below calendar. So I'll be able to easily see it. It is a little thick right now because I actually have 2 full petite planner inserts here, and I will go ahead and remove some of that bulk. I just did it the other day and I didn't have time to put it in the storage, so I will go ahead and remove some of that to get some of this bulk down. The other thing that I did with these, you can see that the corners are straight and all of my corners here are rounded. So I use this puncher. This is, I believe, from Fiskars is the brand, the name of the brand. And it's a really good puncher. I've had it for years and It works really well. However, this is a pretty thick plastic, so it doesn't punch all the way through, but it doesn't matter. What I'll do is I just punch it just to create that outline, and then I'll go in with scissors to just cut around it. If I press hard enough, it'll probably come off, but I don't want to ruin my puncher in the process. So I think as long as I have the outline, then it is fine. And it's a clear plastic, so it's always very much more forgiving. So that's really the process for setting this up. And then I do have some labels that I had created already to add to these dividers. And I have one in anticipation for my goals section. I had one already built out. So this one right here that I have is just a page lifter. This is one from OK Plans. And I have a few of those as well. So that's going to be my goals section. And then what I'm going to do is take some of these dividers and punch them. And first I'm going to round the corners, then I'll punch them, and then I'll place them here. Since I'm already using the Erin Condren daily inserts, I'm not going to use the MakseLife inserts. So in retrospect, I mean, I spent, these were not cheap. They were definitely an investment. But I'm not mad at the purchase because they're undated. I can use them anytime. So if down the road I do want to go into the daily layout because I just feel like it or whatever, or something changes, then I can always use them. They're undated, so the shelf life is extended. But I'm really only going to be using the gold portion of these inserts. So I kind of, bought these just for the gold portion. In retrospect, I could have purchased a companion notebook, which has the same components. However, what I didn't like, I think the companion notebook, I could have taken it out of the notebook, but it did have a perforation. And I knew that was probably going to bother me if I saw that perforation along the line, along the margin. So I decided to just order the insert. So to round the corners for these, I'm going to go ahead and punch them. And this is my first time punching MakseLife paper. And this first one didn't go so smoothly, so I just have to be careful. Maybe my puncher is just a little bit old, or the paper is a little bit different. But one thing that I noticed with the puncher is if the paper is too thin, it's pretty thick, but it's still thinner. It feels thinner than the EC paper. Then it kind of goes right through it. So you might be better off doing a couple at a time. Yep. So it's much more clean. This one I'm not going to round. I'm just going to leave it as is for now. Maybe I'll change my mind. Oh. Yeah, I'll probably leave it as is. I don't want to ruin the tab. So this one, because I'm not doing the tabs, I just have to do this 2 corners. Yep. And the cool thing about these inserts too is that they're quarterly. So I can do all this now, but if I change my mind, I have another 3 months that I can, kind of repeat or do something differently with. I'll go ahead and round all the corners first, and then I'll go ahead and move on to the punching. Okay, so I decided to do just 1 month at a time right now. So I have just a cover page. I have the goal setting section, so it includes all of the instructions, and I'll go through it, write notes, do my compass assessment, do my assessment scoring, what my intentions, etc. are. I can even do my my vision board on this. I can write my annual goals. Now every quarterly set of inserts has an annual goal component to it. So that means that you would either rewrite them again or you wouldn't use them. So I'm not gonna use them if I'm comfortable with my annual goals. However, this is one of the benefits too of not having it in the coil planner, because with the coil planner you'd have to rip the pages. I guess is, you know, no big deal, but here I can just have them in my A5, and I can just leave my annual goals if nothing has changed and continue the year. So that is this section, the goal settings tab section, and then this would be the first month. So the monthly view I don't think I'm gonna use for now, so, and I don't know yet. One of the thoughts I had was to possibly use these as a daily tracker. For example, like, you know, my gym sessions I can put in here, but I don't know. It seems like a lot of extra work that I'm not sure I'm willing to put in right now. So what I will do is I would glue these two pages together so that when I pull the tab, it's just one section. And the paper is, like I said, is thick, but it's not like so thick that if you put these two together, it would be like too bulky. So that way it brings me right into my monthly goals, and I'll put the label here for whatever month it is, which is probably going to be for December. I'm a little behind on my goals, but I was waiting for this. So I will go ahead and set up my December goals here. I'll do my annuals too. I'm probably going to just start goal setting for annually because, you know, why not? And then I'm going to go into, then it goes into the first set of weekly actions. And then typically you'd have the daily layouts right here behind it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to then glue these two pages so that it jumps into from one weekly action to the next weekly action to the next weekly action. And then at the end, I did grab this other page, which gives you the monthly reflection. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of reflect at the end of the month. So that is going to be my monthly setup, and I'm so excited to see how that works for me for this month, and then I'll repeat the process for January. So these will be extra. I'll go ahead and store them just in case. I can even use them like extra daily pages if I want to, and I will go ahead and punch this one. Okay, so I've gone ahead and 3-hole punch these, but I'm going to do the same thing that I always do with all of my inserts, which is to just open these up. This paper will still, I hope it still holds up. I think it will, but you never know. I can always, the paper is white, so I can always put one of those little reinforcements, or I can do like washi for extra support, but I think it'll be fine. One of the things that I thought about while I was punching the pages on how to use the monthly is that those two pages I might not necessarily glue together, because I thought that maybe I could use it as like my social media tracker or social media planning, my content planning, because I don't really have a good system for that. And it is one of my goals. So I think it makes perfect sense to maybe use that space for that, seeing that it is, you know, it's one of my goals and it's one way that I can track the growth and the progression with that. So I think I won't glue those two, but I will glue the other ones. All right. Home stretch. All right, so here we go. Almost ready for showtime. So what I'm gonna do is I will go ahead and start putting them here. Oh, I definitely need to take some of these inserts out. It's getting really bulky. Okay, so I took out a bunch of the inserts from my budget, my meal planning, and my wellness planners that was taking up a lot of space. So now it's much, much better. So now what I'll do, and actually this was supposed to be in the back because it is the page lifter. There we go. So now, I'm going to leave these 2 pages as is because I might use it for tracking. So this one would be good because this will be my reflections page. So these 2 will need to be glued. So what I use is I use the this Tombow permanent adhesive. There is one that is not permanent. There is a temporary one too. But because I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be needing these, I'm okay with going permanent to glue these 2 together. So this side seems pretty stable. So I just go around the corners. And try to line it up. So that it is lined up. Perfect. So there it is. And I think this will work out really well. Okay, same thing with this one. We're gonna glue this one together. So and I just press it against the ring so that it's completely lined up. Perfect. And then moving on. I was going a little too fast with the roller. So best tip is just to go slow. Don't go too fast because then it creates like bulky adhesive, but it's fine. And like I said, I have another bunch of months that I can do the same thing too. So I am pretty excited with how this looks. Yeah. So originally I had purchased the flagship planner so that I could do my goal setting and then I could also journal. But I have tried it with the dated horizontal planner, the undated, sorry, I can't speak today. It's too late. I've tried it with the undated horizontal planner that I was sent as well. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up. So I'm going to start with this and then I will add if I need to. I will add my tab name. So this is for December and I will use a tweezer because I want to make sure that I get it nice and straight. And I love that these come already perfectly sized. For the tab, oops, almost had a fatal mistake. And I'm even going to add my sticker sheet to the back of the planner so that I have all of my stickers. Yeah, it doesn't like when it's just one page. Good thing it's not the actual. Oh, ripped that to shreds. It's like much thinner paper, that's why. So, just a note. I am so excited, you guys. This is just so exciting to have my goals here. Super excited for this section. All right, this took a lot longer than I thought it would, but I cannot wait. All right, so the second part of my Black Friday order from EC includes my Flora agenda. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. I hadn't seen one of these in person. And it came with, of course, the inserts. So I have the daily inserts for 2022. In this bag came the rest of the freebies. I guess I didn't realize that you would get 2 perpetual calendars, unless that's a mistake, and then 2 sets of coupons and welcome gifts. So I'm opening up my agenda, getting rid of all of the insides, and first of all, I'm so glad that I ordered this one. I was on the fence. I think the reason why it didn't come with the first order was because I ended up canceling the order and then rethinking about it and ordering it again, because I was going in between. I wasn't sure whether I was going to do coil or agenda, but I am so glad that I did, because there is a huge difference between this agenda and the one that I'm currently using, that it's going to make all the difference in the world for me. And I can't believe I haven't heard anyone really talk about this. It's such a big deal to me. So if you saw my earlier video where I talked about my setup and my agenda setup, I talked about this little stain, because the inside is like a fabric and it's really hard to clean. And I was so upset about this. So one of my concerns, and I even mentioned that in the video, was that the interior of this agenda was white, and I'm so clumsy. It was always going to be, it could be a problem. But this isn't fabric. This is like a Saffiano leather interior, which is a lot more forgiving. And even this part right here is not fabric at all. So if you stain it, you're more likely to be able to take it out instead of having fabric or that suede, whatever that material is. This is a game changer for me, you guys, because I was so worried I was going to mess it up. And the same thing happened with the Mid-Century Circles agenda that I originally got. When I first reviewed it, when they first launched, I did stain this section right here, and I was so upset about it. But this is a game changer. I can't believe people are not talking about this. So EC, well done in recognizing that this needed to be changed, because it's such a big deal, right? So now I'm even more in love with the agenda than I thought possible. Now it's like perfect. All of the guts of these other agenda that I've been using are obviously going to be moved in here, and I can't do that quickly enough. I'm going to do that before 2022, but I did order this weekly schedule. It's specifically punched for the A5 ring agenda. So it has a couple of sides. One is for to-dos and one is for a weekly view. A lot of times I don't really use these because I don't like writing with marker on these, but I use these to like hold like a bunch of like sticky notes and things like that. So I got that one, and then I got this one. This one is a snapping dashboard in the Flora design, and then this one is for the 7x9. So I'm thinking I'm still going to be using a 7x9 planner. I have been using it so far, so I'll show you more on how I'm using that as well. But I got this one for that planner too, and I really love the Flora design, so it's really pretty. I got an extra sheet of Flora stickers. These are the same that come in the back of the planner. So opening it up here. So this one, same. I love how this font, I think, has changed. I think it used to be a lot thicker. I love how dainty this one is, so much better. So some birthday stickers and then some functional event planning stickers. I also got these snapping bookmarks. I'm not sure how well these work in the agenda, but I could use them anyway for my my coil planner. So that's what I got these for. And I got a couple of extra inserts for my agenda. So this is the classic lined pages, and then these are just a productivity layout. So this one has the column on the right hand side. So I'll go ahead and open it up so that you can see it. So this is the productivity layout. So it has the lines, and then you can have a list here. So this is great for like meetings or taking notes if you have like action items or a running list of to-dos that you want to keep track. That would be great for that. Last thing in this order is one of the new planning packs. So the planning pack has gotten a makeover. So this is the rose gold planning pack, and as you can see, it doesn't open just from the top. So the other planning pack had the pocket in the back, which was really hard to access because of this strap anyway. So I don't know if anybody ever kept anything back there. So they moved the pocket to the front, which makes more sense. And then the zipper would only go to like where my finger is. So it was really hard to put anything big in there, if anything at all. So it didn't really hold that much. But this one, I love the way that it gives you a lot more flexibility to open it up, and you have like, you can really access it here really nicely, and you have a couple interior pockets. You can keep sticky notes, pens, whatever your favorite tools are that are on the go. For me, it will be probably my pens, my stencil, and maybe a couple of like highlighters, like my go-to highlighters, and it would be perfect. And I love how it really matches so well with the Flora planner. Oh, I'm so in love. I cannot wait to set this up. It's so pretty. All right, you guys, so that was my entire MakseLife haul and my Erin Condren haul. I hope that you enjoyed the video. We'll go ahead and end it here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.